Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Spartan Stadium college field hockey action. As today, the Castleton Spartans host the Keene State Owls. I'm Jack Healey with Darlene, Janoski, and Kim Clark is our producer. Mike Valentine and Chris McCormick, our producers at PEGTV Channel 20 on the Comcast system in Rutland. Our camera people, Lily Derbyshire and Brian Bashaw. A non-league game as the Spartans enter the game with a 9-2 record overall. Unblemished 5-0 record in league play. Castleton coming off a 6-2 win against conference opponent Simmons College. The Spartans own a 15-game NAC regular season unbeaten streak dating back to 2010. That streak not in jeopardy either way today because, as I said, it is a non-league game. Senior Keeley Chapman leads the Spartan attack in goal 16, assists with 9, points with 41. She is ranked 12th in the country in goals per game at 1.4 and assists per game at 0.9. Rachel Prusser is second on the team in all categories with 13 goals, 7 assists, and 33 points. And sophomore Jess Galatiotto has played outstanding in net for the Spartans. She has started 10 games for Castleton, going 9-1 during that time. She has allowed 19 goals while making 57 saves. She's second in the NAC in goals against average, allowing only 2.28 per game. The Spartans are 9-2 on the year, with their only losses coming to two teams ranked in the Division III top 5. Skidmore College defeated the Spartans in their first game of the season. Skidmore is ranked number 4 in the country. The Spartans more recently lost to Middlebury, ranked second in the country in Division III. The Spartan loss to Middlebury was 8-0. Keene State also losing to Middlebury. That's a common opponent. Keene State enters the game a record of 9-5 overall. And on paper, the Owls and Spartans appear to be very similar teams. Both have amounted 9 wins and have performed similarly against common opponents. Both squads have beaten common opponents Plymouth State, New England College, and Springfield. And the Owls also, we mentioned the common opponent of which both teams lost. The Owls losing to Middlebury 9-0. As we mentioned, Castleton losing to Middlebury 8-0. And Keene State's attack is led by senior Keelan Billard, who has tallied 15 goals so far this season. Billard has also dished off 7 assists, totaling 37 points on the year. And the goalkeeper, Caitlin Davino-Drape, has started 12 games for the Owls, making 52 saves, allowing 18 goals for 2.11 goals against average. And with us, Darlene Janoski. Darlene, welcome. We have the game today. We'll be back on Saturday as well. It will be the purple game on Saturday. We will not be here on Sunday for Senior Day, but we will be back for assorted games in the postseason games, certainly here at Spartan Stadium. So kind of a fun matchup. On paper, it looks to be a very close matchup. And we already mentioned the common opponents, including going up against the number 2 team in the country, Middlebury. And both teams have defeated Springfield, as we mentioned, and both defeated New England College and also Plymouth State.
Yeah, it should be quite an interesting matchup, actually. As you said, all the common opponents, wins and losses to both of them the same. Just a lot of local flavor here for the Castleton team and, against the whole Granite State team, basically, for New Hampshire, for Keene. So see what happens.
Well, both teams will be introduced here in just a moment. It's a typical October afternoon. Some clouds moving in this late afternoon. The temperature in the 50s and a very slight breeze as we look out. Your camera angle there across from where we're located, right behind the stands here at Spartan Stadium. Keene State, coached by Amy Watson, now in her 23rd year. Starting off for the Owls, number 6, Alexandra Billard, a midfielder, 5'6" senior from Center Conway, New Hampshire. Number 7 is Letty Gallagher, a midfielder, 5'6" junior from Acton, Massachusetts. Number 9 is Healey Dolan, a forward, 5'4" freshman from West Brookfield, Massachusetts. Number 11, Lindsay Rabenius, a forward, 5'4" freshman from Northampton, New Hampshire. Number 12 is Lauren Villanova, and she is a back, a 5'2" sophomore from Woodbury, Connecticut. Number 15 is Kaylin Billard, a forward, 5'7" senior from Center Conway, New Hampshire. So a couple of Billards are on the team. Alexandra Billard, who is a senior and also senior Kaylin Billert. And I should have asked this, Darlene. My guess is that they're either cousins or twins.
Probably a good possibility of that.
Marissa Benson is number 21, defender, 5'3", sophomore from Groton, Massachusetts. Number 25 is Amy Donnarumma, a midfielder, 5'1", junior from Hamden, Massachusetts. Number 29 is Caitlin Samula, a defender, 5'5", junior from Bridgewater, New Hampshire. Number 24, Melissa Hablow, a defender, sophomore, 5'5", from Belmont, Massachusetts. And the goalkeeper, number 49, is Caitlin Davino-Draper, 5'3", senior from Hanover, Massachusetts. The Spartans going with number 3, Mercedes Malpe, 5'4", senior midfielder from Warrensburg, New York. Number 4 is Rachel Prusser, forward, 5'2", junior from Prairieville, New York. Number 5 is Bryn Kea, a midfielder, 5'6", junior from Berlin, Vermont. Number 9 is Stacy Sullivan, defender, 5'9", junior from Bridgewater, Connecticut. Number 12 is Blake Wardwell, a forward, 5'7", junior from Bridgewater, Vermont. Number 14, Keeley Chipman, a forward, 5'9", senior from Bellows Falls, Vermont. Number 17 is Christy Pink, a midfielder, 5'3", sophomore from Brandon, Vermont. Number 8 is Madison Martin, midfielder, 5'4", junior from Wantage, New Jersey. Number 22 is Stephanie Bardell, defender, 5'5", junior from Irwina, Pennsylvania. Number 37, Shannon Burns, defender, 5'1", junior from Wayne, New Jersey. And in goal will be number 33, Jessica Galatiotto, 5'5", sophomore from Queensbury, New York. Head coach Tammy Landon, now in her 9th year, assisted by Andrea Way, now in her 7th year. The assistants for Amy Watson of Keene State, Carol Kinsella, now in her 12th year, and Jody Dresser, now in her 2nd season. And it will be Castleton all in green. Keene State will be in white. And ladies and gentlemen, for the opener in the game, the opening face, our national anthem. know you were here for the game the other day, the victory over Simmons. I was here as well as a spectator, and Castleton with a solid win.
It took them a little bit to get started the other day, though. They really didn't rack up all the scoring until the second half, mostly.
Castleton winning by a score of 6-2. So Keene State in white and Castleton in green and white here as we get set for field hockey action, 35-minute halves, as you know. There are own goals in field hockey, as we learned early in the season, about 2 days after that rule went into effect. Believe it or not, I believe our first game was September 2nd, and it was the University of New England. It was what, August 28th?
Yeah.
I think it was 3 days before that.
Just made it.
And
take the holiday weekend out of play, and you have about 2 work days to get it to us.
And as I said, we'll be here for the postseason at home as well. And so there are own goals. That's a new rule this year in college field hockey. Also, there are no ties.
Right. Yep. If it comes to it, there will be 2 15-minute 7 versus 7 overtimes, and if it's still tight after that, they'll go to a shootout this year. A little bit different, but pretty exciting.
And when we say shootout, we're not talking about penalty strokes. We're talking about shootouts where
more along
the
the
player
line,
starts near the center line, right?
She starts at the 25,
at the
actually.
25, okay,
Yep,
not quite as far out as I thought.
She's given 8 seconds to do whatever she wants to do and attack the goal.
I beg your pardon. Actually, not all the way out to the center line, about, as you said, 25 yards out.
Yep. And
but still different than where the penalty stroke would be from.
Oh, sure. And I think I was talking to Coach Way the other day, and I believe she told me the Spartans have never beaten Keene State. So this year, they think is their year.
So even though it's a non-league game, a nice little rivalry here between Vermont and New Hampshire, Keene State. Keene about 20 minutes south of Bellows Falls on the New Hampshire side of the Connecticut River as we're underway.
Not too bad of a ride, yeah.
Castleton going left to right in the first half, 35-minute halves, and Keene State going right to left. Healey Dolan is number 9 along the far side. It's chopped across the line and controlled by the Owls. High school at Keene is called the Blackbirds. The Keene State College, the Owls. Buddy Gallagher, 5'6" junior from Acton, Massachusetts. This is Mercedes Malpe for the Spartans. Owls get it within the circle. Spartans get it back out with Shannon Burns.
She's had a good solid season all the way around. She's been a lot of help for the keeper back there. With this being the first year for Galatioto to be a starter, Burns has really stepped up and helped her bail her out of a few situations.
Galatioto, as you mentioned, the goalkeeper. Galatioto, number 33 for the Spartans, a sophomore from Queensbury, New York. Alexandra Billard, number 6. Mercedes Malpe throws it inside the area, knocked back out. Keelan Billard. We'll find out if indeed they are twins at halftime, unless you can.
Yeah, unless possibly, one is started a little later than the other, of the college career or something.
Could be. There's from the same town. Could be cousins.
Yep.
But we'll find out at halftime.
Chances are good there's a family tie there somewhere.
Well, same name, same last name, same town.
She's got the connection going for the Billards.
Mercedes Malpe. Senior Day is coming up on Sunday, which is the final regular season home game, and Mercedes Malpe will be one of the seniors.
Yeah, it won't take long. There's only a couple of them, I believe. I think Keeley Chipman might be the other one.
Keeley Chipman, indeed, is a senior.
Corinne Healey. Not many. Just those 3.
Caitlin Briggs is a senior.
Oh.
Rinkea out front. Pinkham. Scoreless, we're about 3 minutes into this one.
As evenly matched as these two appear to be on paper, it'll be interesting to see if this is a high-scoring game or not. I'm leaning towards not, but you never know.
Of course, Castleton over the last few years, a prolific offense.
Got to figure that Coach Landon maybe got the girls up a little bit early today. They have no classes this week, so instead of leaving them all day.
I was just looking for the statistic offensively. Keeley Chipman, for example, leads the Spartans in goals with 16 assists with 9 points, 41. And she is ranked number 12 in the country scoring-wise. So
And she puts it up pretty good. So you got to figure those other 11 are pretty prolific scorers themselves.
Exactly. Melissa Hablow, number 24 for Keene State, delivers toward the middle to Letty Gallagher. Gallagher getting it back. Rabenius is number 11. And you have to get it through the area. Galatiauto right there. And
that's off the keeper, so we're going to have a long hit for that. Still Keene's ball. Nobody really mounted anything as of yet.
Jessica Galatiauto. By the time she's a senior, I'll be able to pronounce her name, I think, correctly. Galatiauto.
On the fly, real quick. How many
Without
times?
even looking. So I only got 2 years to go. She's a sophomore out of Queensbury, New York.
It's a good, strong high school program as well that she comes from.
On the right wing for the Spartans, Blake Wardwell, who's from Woodstock. Actually went to Woodstock Union High School from Bridgewater, Vermont. A strong program there here in the state of Vermont over the other side of the mountain. Scoreless with 29-17 to go in the first half. Neither team has put on much of a threat offensively, but now we are going to have
the first corner.
The first penalty corner. And the inserter for Keene State will be Letty Gallagher. And you move the ball out, the inserter 10 yards from the nearest post, and has to hit the ball out of the circle, and then the team has to bring it back within the circle, and that's when they can shoot. And it's loose, 5 yards out, shot goes wide. It's Kaylin Billert.
It was a pretty good opportunity right there for Keene, actually. They caught Galatiauto out of position. That cage was wide open. She just went wide right.
So the Spartans control. Now Letty Gallagher picks it up for Keene State.
Kind of got under that one. A high ball right by Mercedes Malpe's ear.
Spartans on the offense, Blake Wardwell. Healey Chipman, who we mentioned, number 12 in the country in scoring. Rachel Prusser. And
corner for Castleton.
That is a penalty within the circle, thus the penalty corner. And Rachel Prusser, one of the best inserters certainly in the league, and will be the inserter on the far side for Castleton. Outside the area, then Pinkham inside the circle, deflected up over the crossbar.
Yeah, that was a great shot. They've been working on corners. They seem to get, Castleton gets a lot of corners, and they really weren't producing, so it's good to see that they got their first shot right off the corner.
The best opportunity to score for the most part off the penalty corners, like to take advantage of those.
And Castleton they continue to get a ton of them. You know, they start putting a couple up with the corners along with all the offense they have otherwise. It'll even be more dangerous for them.
Rinkea along the far sideline for the Spartans, but it is controlled again by the Owls and Letty Gallagher, a midfielder from Acton, Mass. There against her, Christy Pinkham. Alexandra Billert picked up by Malpe, and Malpe had it, then Billert gets it back for Keene State. Spartans try to control, but again, Letty Gallagher 25 yards out. Dolan. The defender is
really
Stacy
nice
Sullivan.
play by Stacy Sullivan. Yeah, nice little move.
Stacy Sullivan's from Bridgewater, Connecticut. Picking it back up, Alexandra Billard. Inside the area, hop by Healey Dolan. Back outside the circle. Spartans get it out to about the 30, and Gallagher picks it back up at the 35.
Ouch, that's got to hurt today. Up into the hands on a nice cold day.
Spartans into Owl territory. Wardwell, across. Chipman shot goes in wide. Couldn't get a lot on it. Scoreless with 24:50 to go in the first half here at Spartan Stadium. College field hockey action on PEGTV channel 20.
Nope.
Now that was hit with a high stick, or
No, actually, Green had established the position to receive it, and White just decided to encroach on that. She cannot do that.
here's Chipman, and the save made there,
save.
kicked away again after the initial save. Davino Draper for Keene State. Chipman had a golden opportunity, and the rebound left out there, as usually does happen since you can't cover it up. And
High ball is coming right back in for Castleton. That's a good break for them.
people know you can't cover up. I was about ready to say in field hockey, the goalkeeper cannot.
Right. I think that one hit her so hard it just bounced. Nobody was there.
Well, the Spartans on the offense again. And it's at Martin, number 18, and that goes in wide. And
I think Bardell was looking for a cross and just didn't get a very good angle on it.
Stephanie Bardell, also part of the women's hockey team, ice hockey team here at Castleton. That time the
Same thing, just White had established that time when Green encroached. It's just same thing, really.
Rinkea, number 5. Toward the middle, inside the area. Prusser trying to run it down, back outside the circle. Gallagher and Mercedes Maltby. Maltby, number 3, takes possession for Castleton. On the right wing, inside the area, lets it fly. And the save made by Davino Draper.
Corner, corner. There we go.
There is a corner. It was called by Darlene Janoski. Another corner, penalty corner coming up for the Spartans. And the inserter again is Rachel Prusser. As you can see, the goalkeeper does, you'll be able to see in a moment as you see Prusser there. The goalkeeper gets players alongside her ears. Maltby can't get to it. And the teammates, the opposing team has to go up about midfield. And it's right across, loose.
Oh, still loose.
Still loose, fanning on it. Prusser. Prusser still looking for it. And again, this is going to be a penalty corner.
Some good shots there for Castleton. Prusser had one right on her stick, just couldn't quite connect.
I was going to say, 3 or 4 players can line up with the goalkeeper in the cage. And the rest of it, in this particular case, the Keene State players have to be out at midfield after the inserter makes the play. The others can catch up, and Mercedes Maltby.
It's another corner out of it, off of Keene's feet.
And you get the corner when you create a foul, or you have a foul within the shooting area, the circle. Back outside, now on the left wing, Kea knocked away by the goalkeeper.
Great save again.
Loose right in front. Again, we have another penalty corner.
She has come up big for them. Castleton's getting some great shots off. Good to see their corners have really come along.
Caitlin Davino Draper, the goalkeeper, is a 5'3" senior from Hanover, Mass. And another penalty corner for the Spartans. They've had a bunch here in the first half. Prusser out to Pinkham. Pinkham drops it for Malpe inside the circle, and this time didn't get all the way through on the goalkeeper, and it's going to be possession for Keene State.
Quick aerial right back to Castleton. Kind of went blazing right by Blake Wardwell, so Castleton's coming right back in.
It'll be Malpe.
Another corner.
Again, the foul occurring with inside the circle. Rachel Prusser, the inserter, off the corner in a scoreless game with 20:15 to go in the half. Pinkham looking for a return pass from
too much time.
Chipman, and gave the defender time to come over, and
yeah, too slow to develop that time. Good to try to mix it up. Keeps Keene honest on the attack.
so it is Malpe from the near side. Now to Pinkham. So Castleton to this point has not been able to take advantage of the penalty corners. And I don't believe Keene State has not had any. Keene State.
They did have one.
Oh, they had one at the very beginning.
Yep, they had one real early. They didn't get much off theirs either as well.
That's right, they did. Now that I think back, yeah, they had one.
Yeah, Castleton's yet to score on theirs, but it does look better that they're at least getting some shots on them.
Murray Teen Madison Martin.
Well, tried to pass it back, and that didn't work at all. Keene took advantage of that.
Quickly, Stephanie Morris, who did not start number 3, is Stephanie Morris, and Letty Gallagher, number 7. Stephanie Morris, who came in defender 5'3" junior from Harrisville, New Hampshire, at least listed as a defender. Rachel Prusser on the left wing along the far side. Prusser out to Kea. Back to Prusser.
Oh.
And a hitter on the foot. And the possession coming back the other way for Keene State. And it is number 24, Melissa Hablow. Rebenius losing at Kea now on the left wing for the Spartans in green. Kea number 5. Toward the middle of the field, Pinkham.
Pinkham's got some space.
Pinkham, the sophomore from nearby Brandon Vermont, and it looks, for a moment there, I thought there was a penalty corner coming up.
Yeah, there is now. There you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of a breakdown foul for Keene. They figured they'd take their chances with that, I guess.
Rachel Prusser again, the inserter. Out front, Malpe there, and also Chipman and Pinkham now. Pinkham brings it inside the circle.
Good.
Let's fly. Blocked.
It's off of White. It'll be a long hit for Castleton.
(17-18) to go, first half scoreless. Castleton getting it back, chopping it in the middle. Prusser there. And
they're spending a lot of time down here in their offensive circle. Something's got to happen for them pretty quickly, I think.
And another penalty corner. A lot of running back to the 50 for most of the Keene State players, and all those corners coming out. Pinkham, now Prusser lines it up. Save, Prusser again, and hits the post. Now Chipman. Wardwell now, and it goes off the
keeper. Just ditched it, said help
me. The goalkeeper went off the goalkeeper across the line, and so again another penalty corner. Hitting the post on the near side, or the far side as you look out. Here it is again, right across the goal line.
Unreal.
And the Spartans up for another penalty corner.
Chipman. Still.
And now the score about 5 yards out, and the Spartans are on the board.
I think it was Blake Wardwell.
It was Wardwell. Number 12 set up right in front, about 5 yards out. 16:08 to go in the half. And the Spartans, after all those penalty corners, is checking in Maria Stern.
Keene needs a timeout.
Just another opportunity to take a look at the goal right off the penalty corner. There's Chipman, but right in front of her, it was Wardwell. There were three of them right there, but it was Wardwell that gets credit for the goal, and it's 1-0 Castleton. 16:08 to go here in the first half.
All that offensive pressure, finally. They're probably thinking, finally, we get through. The goalie's made some great saves, though.
Here it is again. Chipman there, Wardwell, who gets credit for the goal.
And that's it for timeouts for Keene. You only get one per game.
And we mentioned that many of the players have to go up to the center line during a penalty corner. And if there are enough of them, outside of substitutions, of course, you know, you have to do that 4 or 5 times in a row. You kind of get gassed a little bit.
It gets to you. Most of the ones going back are the forwards anyway. You're putting 4 back with your keeper. Usually those are your sweepers and fullbacks. So most of the girls that are up front aren't quite squeezed into the circle most of the time, but it gets tedious after a while, I'm sure. Especially they're their offensive threat. They want the ball.
Mentioned Maria Stern, number 25, a sophomore from Springfield, Vermont, is in for Spartans, a midfielder. So the goal to Wardwell out of Woodstock, out of Bridgewater, Vermont, Woodstock Union High School. And this again a non-league game. Castleton currently in first place in the NAC with a record in league play at 5-0 in the North Atlantic Conference. And all the pressure offensively has been Castleton with all those penalty corners. We'll have the official stats here at halftime.
And even though it is non-league, it's an important game because Keene's played a tough schedule. They've played a lot of NESCAC schools, and they have a good record, so it only bodes well for Castleton come NCAA time.
Castleton 9-2 overall. Keene at 9-5 coming in. Inside Urbanius, and the Spartans back the other way.
Yep.
Donnarumma on the right wing to Dolan. Inside the area. And there, taking the shot was Urbanius.
Off Castleton, so a long hit for Keene.
Get along the far side with a long hit. And again, it will be number 25, Amy Donnarumma. It's inside the circle. Again, you can only shoot within the circle, as certainly fans of both teams know. Donnarumma inside the circle and back out. Spartans get it out to about the 30. Prusser.
Wardwell's going to reach, not quite get there.
Alexandra Billard to Gallagher. 10 yards out, chopping at it was Dolan. And this will be the second penalty corner for Keene State. See if Keene State can take advantage of the penalty corner. The inserter will be number 15, Keelan Billard.
Appears to be a good timeout that the coach took for Keene. They were spending way too much time playing defense. Quickly, that's turned around.
Outside the circle, now you have to bring it back inside.
There it is.
And the score from out front is Melissa Hablow. Ties it at 1 and taking advantage of just its second penalty corner. Keene State Owls. Well, it's Alexandra Billard.
Yep, I guess in the middle,
Yeah,
right near the stroke line.
It was,
Number 6 is going to finish it off
it
for
was,
Hablo.
yeah, and it was Hablo that took the shot. Here's the shot.
She'll get the assist,
Yeah,
and right in the
okay,
middle,
yeah,
6 gets
did
a stick on it.
Thought initially it went all the way through, but 6 does get the stick on it. Alexandra Billert, and that ties it at 1. Here's Prusser the other way. Prusser 5 yards out.
And another
Block.
corner.
13:27 to go in the first half. Prusser the inserter. And we're taking another look at it. This is Hablo. Through traffic, and indeed number 6, Alexandra Billert. Pinkham looking for a return pass and cleared out of there nicely by the Owls.
That's just not working. They've tried that a few times, and Keene's all over it.
Maria Stern inside the circle.
Loose ball. Long hit. With a nice solid shot. I think Maria Stern took that.
Yep, she did, and Maria Stern on the long hit. Brings it to the middle, blocked. Maria Stern again across the goal line.
Looking for Wardwell. Didn't quite reach her. Someone stepped in between. Katie Foyle, I think it was.
Stern again along the near side. Now controlled by the Owls. Stephanie Bardell shovels it to Kia.
Stolen away.
Stephanie Morse.
Letty Gallagher very fast down that wing.
It is indeed Letty Gallagher toward the middle. Inside the area. Block. Still inside the circle, and Spartans managed to get it out of there with Shannon Burns.
Free hit coming from outside for Keene.
Tied at 1 with 11:12 to go in the first half. Again, it's Gallagher.
A lot of subs waiting for Keene, too.
Mateo is going to check in, and Mary DiMatteo, actually. Number 4 also checking in will be Marissa Lemoyne.
Again stolen by Shannon Burns. She stepped up a few times.
Also checking in a moment will be Hannah Gage for Keene State, number 18.
And it looks like Mercedes Malpe is going to come in for Castleton as well.
She's been out for a little while. And looks like another penalty corner coming up for Keene State. Or nope, I thought it was.
Yeah,
yes, it was. Yep.
No subs now. They'll have to wait till the corner.
So Keene State, the last time it had the penalty corner, would have the tying goal coming in from Alexandra Billert on an original shot from Hablo. As again outside the area, it goes to Rabenius. By Hablo, this is Hablo down low. Shot side of the cage there and went across, and now Mercedes Malpe checks in, and the Spartans will have possession.
Wardwell's turn to blaze down the wing.
Wardwell down the middle. Tried to feed it down the middle, had it on the right wing, had Chipman and Prusser ahead of her. Across midfield, Spartans get it back into Keene State territory.
Oh, Maria Stern Didn't really get a good grip on the ball before she tried to ditch it. Keene picked that one off pretty easily.
Damatio has checked in now. Damatio checking in, number 22, Mary Damatio, a 5'2" junior from Norford, Connecticut. Donnarumma is number 25.
Gonna have a corner here, yep.
Penalty corner coming up for Keene State. Tied at 1 with 8:24 to go in the half. Penalty corner from the nearest post, 10 yards from the nearest post.
I'll try the other side this time.
Damatio. And we're going to have another penalty corner coming up for Keene State.
They had Galatioto down too. The top cage was free there for a minute.
Here's the play again. They tried to throw it toward the middle. Hablo was parked in front. And getting an opportunity there as well was Caitlin Samula. Now again off the penalty corner and fanning on it down low. Keene State fanning on it. It looked like Donnarumma. Donnarumma actually is the player coming out now for Keene State. Is checking in is Emily Medeiros, a 5'2" freshman from Wilbraham, Massachusetts. The player down low, I believe that fanned on it was Samula for Keene State. And Keene State will start it again with Rebenius. Rebenius on the left wing along the near side, but
nice
the
pick.
turnover.
Nice pick by Shannon Burns. Picked right back.
Gallagher. Sent it on the left wing. Back inside to Rebenius, and another
corner for Keene.
So they're starting to check, actually catch up here in the corner department.
They are.
Looks like the inserter is number 18, Hannah Gage. Down low, and the save made by the Castleton goalkeeper, Jessica Galatioto. And Galatioto keeps it a 1-1 game. As out is Stacy Sullivan. Sends it on the left wing. Pinkham toward the middle, and the Spartans control.
Quick
There's the
stick interference there.
just took another look at that save by Galatioto. Quick start for Gallagher.
She seems to be involved in a lot of Keene's offense.
Spartans get it out toward Keene State territory. Pass intercepted. Back and forth pass. Malpe, and again it's Gallagher on it for Keene State, the Owls.
I guess it was a good timeout by Keene State there back in the middle of the first half, because since then it's been pretty much all Keene.
Sadie's Malpe all the way to the circle. Nobody there to collect as the clearing pass went right by Prusser as Keene State cleared it, and the Spartans control again. Inside the area was Maria Stern. Maria Stern with it toward the area, toward the circle. Out to Pinkham now. Pinkham outside the circle.
Trying to check back. Yep. Maria Stern will take that.
Carissa McCoy is also in as a defender, 5'6" sophomore from Waterboro, Maine. As it is Maria Stern toward the middle where it's intercepted and Keene State controls. Pinkham picks it up. Christy Pinkham, a sophomore from Otter Valley Union High School in Brandon. She's from Brandon, Vermont. Also plays softball here at Castleton. As now it's Carissa McCoy with it along the far side on the left wing. And hit the body Restart for McCoy. Hit. Backpedaling is Gallagher. And now Wardwell the other way. Wardwell feeds it for Chipman. Can't control. Pinkham got it back. The Chipman is in there. And here's a penalty corner for Castleton. The inserter will be Prusser with 3:38 to go in the first half. We're tied at 1. The Castleton goal, Blake Wardwell and Alexandra Billard scoring for Keene State. Both scoring off corners. Prusser sends it out. Mercedes Malpe at the point. Now Pinkham blocked. Pinkham again. It goes in behind the goalie. The goalkeeper, Caitlin DeVito Draper, beauty of a save initially. And then one of the defenders came up to clear it away behind her on the next shot.
Nice recovery by Prusser.
Prusser with it toward the middle. 3 minutes to go in the half. Bounce toward Wardwell, and
Castleton's ball outside the circle.
It'll be Mercedes Malpe.
They had to keep her way out of position last time. See what happens here.
Malpe inside the circle. About 5 yards out. Malpe still with it, and it looks like another penalty corner. This time on the other side will be Prusser on the near side post, and this is the goalkeeper making the save initially.
Yep.
Then it got behind her, one of the defenders there to clear it away.
Wow, she's a lucky girl.
Comes outside the area, Malpe. Malpe wanted to dump it on the left wing to Stern, but wasn't able to get that pass away. Back out toward the middle of the field. 1-1 with 2:10 to go in the half here at Spartan Stadium. Pinkham back for it. Prusser inside the circle, and another penalty corner coming up for Castleton. They've had a whole bunch here trying to take advantage. They've only been able to take advantage out of one of at least 10, maybe even more. Inside the circle, Maria Stern straight on. Mercedes Malpe, who has it now at the point. Inside the circle, let's fly. And goes in wide.
Their quick little dump passes are a nice idea, but they're being covered real well today by Keene. They got to try to mix it up, take some shots on the cage, maybe hope for a rebound.
Mercedes Malpe along the near side to start it for Castleton. Again, Mercedes Malpe with 1:09 to go in the half. Tough angle across and running it down outside the circle now is Prusser. Prusser back inside the circle. Shoots and over his Chipman. Wardwell there, and it does go in wide.
Long hit for Green, though. It's not going to leave.
Mercedes Malpe along the near side with 42 seconds to go in the half. Tough angle right across, about 5 yards out. Went by Prusser and across the line, across the way. It'll be Melissa Hablow. A free hit for Keene State, and back is Stephanie Bardwell. Or Stephanie Bardell. 15 seconds left in the half. Tied at 1. Letty Gallagher. Gallagher again. Backtracking, Madison Martin.
Yep.
And that's the end of the first half here at Spartan Stadium, all tied up at 1 apiece. Jack Healey on board with Darlene Janoski on PEGTV Channel 20. Cam Clark is our producer. Our producer at Channel 20, PEGTV. Our producers are Mike Valentine and also Chris McCormick. Our camera people are Lily Derbyshire and also Brian Bashaw. 1-1 our score, and we'll be back with some first half statistics coming up after this timeout.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
The statistics for you. Again, it's 1-1 here at halftime. College field hockey action. Castleton and Keene State. Jack Healey, Darlene, Janoski. Blake Wardwell put Castleton on top at 18:50 off a penalty corner passed in front of the net, and then the shot and the assist going to Keely Chipman. And at the 21:10 mark, Alex Billert scoring for Keene. Alexandra Billard, if you will, from Melissa Hablow. Second pass off a penalty corner. And this is Hablow. This is the Keene State score. Earlier we caught the Wardwell score off a pass. It's funny. I look at that as more of a deflection than a pass. But
yeah, the last one to touch it'll get credit for it. If you know.
So it looked. To me, I originally, until I saw the replay, I originally thought Hablow got the
all
goal.
by herself, yeah.
But nevertheless,
Billard shoveled it, finished the shovel right into the cage.
Yeah, she sure did. And penalty corners, we knew that Castleton had a distinct advantage in the penalty corners, and the Spartans did. Castleton 13 penalty corners, Keene State 6. Caitlin Davino Draper has 8 saves. The goalkeeper for Keene State, Jessica Galattiotto, has 5 saves for the Spartans. Keene State with 8 saves in the first half, and Castleton with 5. Just looking down at any other statistics, shots, 17 for Castleton, 9 for Keene State. So the 17 shots, and again the saves, 8 for Keene State, Castleton with 5, and the saves by goal. And 5 saves, that's for Keene State, and Jessica Galattiotto has 5 saves for the Castleton Spartans. Shots, Malpe's got a couple. Pruser 4, Kay had 2, Wardwell 2, Chipman's got 2, Pinkham 4 for the Spartans. Alex Billard's got 2, Rabenius has got 3, Billard's got 2, Donnaruma's got 1 for Keene State. So indeed, they Hablow getting the assist on the goal, so certainly what I thought was maybe a shot at first, certainly a pass, credited with the pass, thus the assist. So we're 1-1 here at halftime.
They've both had a pretty good lot of corners, and it's good to see that both goals came off their corners. Especially for Castleton, they really rack up the corners, and they really need to start taking advantage of some of those.
Neither team has been offsides. The officials, Julia Clark and Cheryl Silverman. We'll take a little break here at halftime. You have the score right there. Keene State 1 and Castleton 1. The Spartan goal coming from Blake Wardwell at the 18:50 mark from Keely Chipman. And Melissa Hablow is the assister off the off the penalty corner. Melissa Hablow setting up Alex Billard for the Keene State goal at the 21:10 mark. I'm just checking on Chipman. We mentioned Keely Chipman leading the Spartan offense in goals with 16. That assist is her 10th, so she now has 42 points on the year. So it's 1-1. The start of the second half coming up here on PEGTV Channel 20 on the Comcast system in Rutland.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music,
Radio and TV.
internships and community service. There's a real sense of community,
And lots of opportunity.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music,
Radio and TV.
internships and community service. There's a real sense of community,
And lots of opportunity.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Why do students choose Castleton State College? It's big enough so there's lots to do, but it's small enough so that they can get involved in their classes and in clubs. In student government, theater, music, radio, TV, internships, and college and community projects that really matter. Castleton President Dave Walk calls Castleton a small college with a big heart. From their first day on campus, students feel a part of the community. Castleton offers more than 30 majors, career preparation, and the liberal arts and sciences. In every field, students receive personal attention from excellent faculty. There's a sense of community and lots of opportunity. For more than 200 years, Castleton has been educating students while changing to meet their needs. Technology, sustainability, internships, and community engagement are all part of a Castleton education. And the Castleton Spartans compete in 20 intercollegiate sports. Last year, 19 teams went on to the postseason, and individual athletes earned 79 spots on all conference teams, 6 all-region awards, and 1 All-American mention. Spartan Stadium, the home of men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, and football, is one of the finest facilities in the state. Glenbrook Gymnasium and Spartan Arena have been beautifully renovated. Castleton is in central Vermont, near the best snowboarding and skiing in New England, and close to where you are right now. And with all these advantages, Castleton is affordable with costs well below private colleges. Find out for yourself how Castleton can make a difference in your life by visiting soon. Check out the web at castleton.edu.
The lights are on here at Spartan Stadium as we get set for the second half field hockey action. As Castleton and Keene State are tied at 1. The goal for Castleton, Blake Wardwell from Keeley Chipman. The goal for Keene State, Alex Billard from Melissa Hablow. And Alex Billard, number 6. And where is her
15.
sister, number 15, Kaylin Billard? They're both from Center Conway, New Hampshire. They are indeed twins. I took matters into my own hands here at halftime and went down and I asked.
It was killing you.
You learn over the years when you check out rosters and stuff. If they're in the same class, from the same
name,
hometown,
same
same
town.
last name, chances are they are twins, even though at times I have thought they were twins, and I ask, and they are cousins. But in this case, they are indeed twins.
Yep. Well, we're too far away to really tell as where we sit to see them.
And that doesn't mean that they can't be fraternal twins.
Oh no, we're not going to go there.
Yeah. So
We'll leave it at twins.
well, I do have the right definition of fraternal twins, right? Those are twins that don't look alike.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I was.
That's true.
By-
So the looks
by a
wouldn't
lot.
necessarily give it away. I got you.
that's I mean, they could look like sisters, but
Sure.
not necessarily.
Right.
At any rate, here in the second half, Keene State going left to right, and Castleton going right to left. To your right, Castleton goalkeeper, number 33, Jessica Galatioto. And to your left, is that the same goalkeeper for Keene? No, I don't think so.
I think, yeah, because the other two are still dressed here at the bench, so
Okay,
I
no,
think
it
it's
is
all
number,
the same.
number 40. That is number
And
49.
we played 12 seconds, and we have a card in the second half.
First one of the game, and going off.
It's a green for Katie
Green.
Foyle.
Yeah. Katie Foyle, who's a 5'6" senior from Salem, New Hampshire, with a green card, is off.
She'll be out for 2 minutes, and then she comes right back. Or the team can sub for her if they want, but the 2 minutes is what stands.
Yep, and the Spartans have a one-player advantage here for the 2 minutes. Now a minute 45 left on it. Wardwell shot from the right wing, and they score. Wardwell gets the goal, second of the game, and the Spartans take a 2-1 lead.
The keeper, I would guess, would really like that one back. She went to kick save it and totally missed the ball. That's a good break for Blake Wardwell.
Blake Wardwell, her second goal of the game. Here she is coming down on the right wing. And trying to kick it away was the goalkeeper, just as we were getting to who the goalkeeper was, Caitlin Davino Draper.
Yeah. About to say all the great saves she made in the first half, and I bet she'd really like that one back.
2-1 Castleton. The goal is with Castleton a player up. Not releasable, right? Here's
right, yeah. Doesn't matter what color the card is. You know, goals you can just keep scoring. It does not release the player out with the penalty card.
So still a one-player advantage for Castleton for another minute and 12 seconds. Mercedes Malpe on the right wing. Malpe getting it back, and then getting it back for Keene State was Donnarumma.
Gallagher taking off with it. The ref wants more of a restart on that. She kind of just kept going. Still going to be Keene ball.
It's Alex Billard there, number 6, one of the twins. Now that I get a good look at them, 6 and 15, they're identical twins. It looks like. Yep.
Yeah, get them a little closer together for us from where we are.
Wardwell inside the area, pointed a feed it to Chipman just a couple of yards out.
The first corner of the second half for Castleton.
Castleton out cornered Keene State 13-6 in the first half. The insitter is Rachel Prusser. Outside the area out to Pinkham at the point. Chipman inside the circle. It's going to be the restart for Keene and the end of the green card time period for number 35 off Katie Foyle for Keene State. During that time, early going on the one-player advantage for Castleton. Blake Wardwell scoring her second goal of the game as Castleton has a 2-1 lead. 32:20 to go in the second half here at Spartan Stadium. The lights are on. Carissa McCoy, number 23. Now Prusser. Prusser in close. Prusser again, tough angle, blocked.
Ball was flying around in there.
And it's going to be a penalty corner for the Spartans. It'll be Rachel Prusser again, the inserter. This is the play again.
Nice little move coming up right here to get by her.
Yeah, Prusser in close, tough angle. It looked like it hit the left shoulder of the goalkeeper initially, Davino Draper. Now outside the area at the point, Mercedes Malpe sent it on the left wing way up into the air as Prusser came back out.
Off center, though.
Or I said Prusser, that was Kea. Prusser was the inserter. Kea, bring Kea, getting the pass from Malpe. And the restart for the Keene State Owls.
Quick to the offensive end for Keene.
Rabenius on the near side. Rabenius will chop it to Gallagher.
Outside, coming in for Keene.
Turnaround shot and the score there for Lindsay Rebenius, and Keene has come back to tie it at 2.
That's exactly what happened in the first half. Castleton gets ahead and Keene answers right back real quick.
Rebenius, the 5'4" freshman from Northampton, New Hampshire, ties it. There it is, and actually it looked like it changed direction on the way through, didn't it?
I think it hit someone.
Now, if she gets the goal, it's not an own goal because it was on goal.
It was directed to goal,
Yeah.
right.
And here it is again, toward the middle. Again, you can look what appears to be a backhander as long as you...
Oh, it deflected off a stick right there, Castleton's stick, but it was directed to the goal, so I imagine they do have to give it to her.
We talked about it before, but actually before the game, and we were faced with it as we have a penalty corner coming up for Castleton. It is not an own goal if the shot originally is on goal.
Right.
And even if it goes off the defender, the player that shot it, and that certainly went off the stick of the defender for Castleton. But in other words, if she were wide and it went in, that would have been an own goal, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Wide of the goal. That was clearly within
just
the
off a funny
2 posts.
angle that wasn't really directed to the cage itself.
Benius, who's got the goal.
Yep.
Benius on the restart for Keene State. The Owls have tied it at 2 with 29-17 to go in the second half. Inside and...
Just calling a little stick interference there, I believe. Kind of just a loose swing.
Sadie's Malpe. Wardwell has scored the 2 goals for Castleton, and restart quickly will be
Foyle.
Right now for Keene State, Katie Foyle. Kaylin Billard hopped over her stick.
Shannon Burns, nice play by her. Her ball again.
Shannon Burns.
Oh, just got under it.
Restart for Keene State in Castleton territory, and it will be Katie Foyle. And the free hit. Alex Billard, who's got a goal. Billard feeds Rebenius inside the circle, back outside the circle, and it is Gallagher on it. And the restart for Castleton. Foyle plays it at about the 40. Sadie's Malpe. On the right wing, chasing it down. Wardwell can't quite chase it down, goes across the line, and Keene State's possession coming back the other way. Sadie's Malpe getting it back.
Nice little move, bringing it back through. Didn't hit anyone. Defensive hit.
As you saw, the goalkeeper, Caitlin Davino-Draper, just let it go, as that clearly came from way outside the circle. So
Yeah,
you will
nope.
see goalkeepers do that in field hockey. Even if it goes in, it doesn't count.
Oh, she elected to save that
Yeah, she
one.
did.
I don't think she needed to at all, but
Yeah, well, that came from Pinkham, and that was
outside.
at least 7 or 8 yards outside. And
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure why she did that, unless she wasn't sure.
Right, that's possible. because it's a risky move the way Castleton attacks the goal. There's people there waiting for a rebound.
Here's Prusser lining it up, blocked and knocked
Another
away,
corner.
but we do have a corner coming up here. Castleton with the penalty corner, and it'll be Rachel Prusser. Before we saw this is in close with the penalty corner coming up here. Before, when you saw the goalkeeper make the stop, didn't have to. She could have stepped aside and let it go in because the shot came from outside the
Nice
circle.
quick redirect there.
Yes, Pinkham.
Had the backswing already up when the ball came. Good timing.
Tied at 2 at 25:37 to go in the second half. Restart for Castleton. The Owls in a Spartan territory. The Owls with Rebenius.
Shauna Pinzano just checked in for Castleton for Keeley Chipman for a minute.
And Sanoa's number 2 is the Owls are going to have a penalty corner. And the inserter will be Keelan Billard on the far side post, 10 yards from the far side post from your view at home. The left wing Dolan. Back to Billard across side of the cage.
They say off green. Going to be a long hit for White.
A long hit for Lauren Villanova. Inside the circle, looking to control Rebenius. We've got the tying goal, and it's going to be the restart for Shannon Burns and Castleton coming back the other way. Pass intercepted by Villanova. They're feeded toward the middle as coming back to Rebenius, 10 yards out, just 5 yards inside the circle, still inside the circle. Keene State couldn't get a shot away, comes outside the circle, but the Owls still control. So we got a good look at Blake Wardwell playing the other side of the stick. And
got a little twisted there. A nice move by Mercedes Malpe. Nobody there.
Long hit there by Samula.
I think most of that traveled out of bounds, though. And give it right back to Castleton.
Malpe to the middle to Prusser. Inside the circle. Prusser.
Quick kick there. They caught her.
Can't use the body.
Not to gain an advantage, anyway. That was a sheer advantage, like that.
Pinkham through the area, cleared out nicely by the Owls. Defensively getting back there and sweeping it out.
Oh, nice intercept by Stephanie Bardell.
Bardell over to Mercedes Malpe. Now it's Wardwell. Like Wardwell. Slides it toward the middle. Here's the shot. Pinkham. Prusser got a stick on it. Went in wide. Pinkham is coming out and getting a breather, and in is Maria Stern, number 25 for the Spartans, a 5'5" sophomore from Springfield, Vermont. Quickly in space, the Spartans into Castleton territory. Urbanius along the near side. Urbanius still with it. Urbanius again on the restart.
Oh, wow, laying right in front, nobody there.
Kyoto and knocked it away initially for the Spartans, the goalkeeper.
I think she was surprised it was just there all by itself as well.
Nice in transition, Anna Gage, but in transition the other way, Mercedes Malpe. Wardwell toward the middle through traffic. Pinsino
Nice
coming down
moves
the
by
middle.
Blake. Yeah, they're going to give the corner for that work.
The inserter will be Rachel Prusser again. It's outside the area. Mercedes Malpe back inside at the point. Pinsino 5 yards out. Now coming over is Maria Stern.
Stole it away. Nice move.
In traffic,
Oh,
Wardwell just
missed.
in wide as she was going for the hat trick, and the go-ahead goal again for Castleton for the second time. Actually, her looking for her third goal, and actually the go-ahead goal for the third time. This is it again.
Just missed.
Wardwell looking for the hat trick. Tied at 2 with 19:38 to go in the second half. Restart for Hannah Gage. Julia Porgione is in there, 5'6" sophomore from Windham, New Hampshire, number 16 for Keene State. Gallagher.
Again, I think Shannon Burns stepped up in the defensive end to get this whole thing rolling again.
As Stern, Pinsino now had it intercepted as she tried to slide the pass ahead. That's Carissa McCoy, number 23. Kea
Looking for Kea.
on the restart for Castleton.
Going to be white ball.
No, it's going to go the other way. Keene State on the restart.
Stern took that away.
Malpe along the far side.
And Pinkham's going back in for Kea. Looks like Healey Chipman's waiting to check back in as well.
Malpe. Restart for Keene State. 2-2 our score, 17:45 to go in the second half. Blake Wardwell scoring the 2 goals for Castleton. And Alex Billard and Lindsay Rabenius scoring the goals for Keene State. Castleton's led 1-0 and 2-1. Keene State has not led in this game, tying it at 1 and tying it here at 2-2. 17:09 to go in the second half.
And the answers have come pretty quickly on those goals too, and then we just go long droughts with nothing.
Tavatio with it on the left wing. Tavatio, number 22 for Keene State. Smola there, and
Wardwell tried to get in there in time, couldn't quite make it.
Smola again.
Whoa.
As you watch there, it's Toyota knew that was way about 50 yards outside the circle. Let it go.
No one.
It's Lemoyne, number 4, in the penalty corner coming up here. Yes, indeed. No, I thought it was.
I guess they were outside. It's hard to tell.
Naruma, and the side of the
post.
goal, and it's still loose.
Corner.
And here comes the corner now. Did that hit the post at the start of the goal?
I think it did. I think it hit the post.
And we'll take another look at it here as the penalty corner coming up for Keene State. Here it is, a scramble. Did hit, I believe, if it did hit the post, it was the outside of the post, or maybe the side of the goal.
Galatioto, while she was down, it might have come off her as well. Real close.
Tough angle, tapped in front, and there's the score, but no goal. It went off a leg. Went off the body.
Ooh, lucky. The whistle had clearly blown.
Here it is again. This is off the body. It was waved off right away.
Yep, she was on it quickly.
You can see the referee, if you give just wait a little longer, the official will say off the leg here in. She waved it off. There it is. Pointing to the leg. It went off the leg. Waved off the goal immediately. 2-2 our score. 14:46 to go here in the second half.
Oh, nice move by Maria Stern. Right through between the middle of two of them.
Prusser. Now Keene State controlling back the other way. Intercepted nicely by Stern. Chipman. And it blocked and deflected out. Back out toward the 35.
Hoping for Wardwell out there. There she is. Oh, almost a nice steal. Madison Martin had the right idea, just couldn't quite square it around quick enough.
Number 4 is Alex Abadi, a 5'2" freshman from Keene, New Hampshire, playing for a hometown team. Number 4, again, Alex Abadi, that's, or actually number 4 is Marissa Lemoyne, I should say, a 5'7" sophomore from Berlin, Vermont. And just as I talk about her, she's out of the game now, number 4. Not Abadi, she's number 5. Lemoyne is number 4. Free hit for Mercedes Malpe. Malpe plays it right across.
Oh, nobody home.
Rachel Prusser parked it about 5 yards out in front of the goalkeeper, Caitlin Davino-Draper for Keene State.
A couple, 2, 3, maybe 3 of them had a chance at that ball, and nobody made a connection. It was coming pretty good.
Keene State with some numbers and space. Urbanius brings it to the far side on the left wing. Urbanius still with it toward the middle, tangled up there a little bit by Madison Martin. Urbanius again on the restart. Backpedaling is Pinkham.
Yep. Quick third party, it's going to be Keene ball.
Latio, number 22. Inside the circle is Keelan Billard. As soon as they got it into the circle, the foul on Castleton, thus the penalty corner for Keene with 11:50 to go in the second half, tied at 2. And the inserter will be Keelan Billard. Keelan Billard, who is a 5'7" senior. We mentioned twins along with Alex Billard. They're from Center, Conway, New Hampshire. Alex Billard scoring the first goal of the game for Keene back in the first half. At the time, it tied it at 1 apiece. This is Keelan Billard on the insert off the penalty corner. Rabenius.
Nice stop by Shannon Burns.
Tableau number 24. He had an assist on the first goal for Keene. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Back in will be Letty Gallagher for Keene State, the Owls, and coming out and getting a breather is Monteo.
Gallagher plays a pretty important role for Keene. She's in a lot of spots. Takes the ball a lot of the time for them.
Another penalty corner coming up here for Keene, catching up on the rather hefty penalty corner advantage that Castleton had in the first half.
Yeah, it's pretty even now.
Letty Gallagher, the inserter on the far side now. Outside the area. Thought Samula was going to take that shot.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to last second try to ditch it, but Stephanie Bardell was right there. The flyer for Castleton was doing her job.
Donnarumma.
Read the play, stepped right in the middle, and now she's off with it again.
Thought Samula was going to take the shot because we've seen her on her own side of the field 2 or 3 times really winding up. Thought she was going to let it fly that time. But
yeah, she should have in hindsight, right? Didn't get much off the pass. A lot of times the shot is the way to go. See who's there for the, for the deflection and the save and rebounds. Especially when the defense is reading your play that as quickly as these two defenses are.
And down on the 9:15 mark to go here in the second half, tied at 2. Gallagher on the left wing. Gallagher and Malpe. Malpe backtracking, but it is a corner. Malpe creating the foul there, and Gallagher will be the inserter.
Just put a little too much shoulder into the play for Mercedes Malpe.
Outside the area. There's
there
the.
Goes one. Oh.
Whoa, what a shot that was. They just teed it up and lining it up and scoring. Alex Billard. And that puts Keene State up 3-2 for Billard, her second goal of the game. She scored the first one back in the first half. That was, again, on the inserter.
Yep.
Set it outside
to the
circle. And
for the
watch this.
Stop. She's ready.
Watch that. Was just, it was stopped and just set up like as if the player was putting it on a tee. And Alex Billard lined it up and fired it past the Castleton goalkeepers. Castleton takes the timeout. Galatioto, and it's 3-2.
Nice play. I don't think Galatioto had a good look at it by her reaction. Quick timeout by Castleton.
Again, a play that really, here it is again. Now watch, this is set up here by number 15. That was Kaylin Billard.
Yep.
For Alex Billard.
Sent to the stopper, and the stopper makes a quick stop on it outside, gives it just a tiny roll back into the circle so that whoever's going to hit it has the opportunity to hit it inside the circle. Goal.
That's exactly how you draw it up, and those are the twins.
Worked it a few times in the backyard, probably.
That was Kaylin Billard that set it up for Alex Billard. And Alex made no mistake picking up her second goal of the game. That was a pretty play. 3-2 Keene State, 8:46 to go, second half.
Happened really quickly, too. Didn't give Maria Stern, the Castleton Flyer, any time to get out there at all. Everything has to match up nicely. Both teams out of timeouts now, so the last 8 minutes, 46 seconds will be played through.
So Castleton for the first time trailing in this. Castleton had a 1-0 lead, a 2-1 lead, and Keene State taking the lead for the first time up 3-2. Play back in with 8:38 to go in the second half here at Spartan Stadium. College field hockey action. Field hockey action coming up on Saturday. It's Maine Farmington at 1 o'clock against Castleton.
That's a big conference game for Castleton.
Cleared initially out of the circle, back inside, and knocked away again. And it was Bryn Kea who had possession inside the circle, but it'll be Castleton's possession. And the restart will go to Maria Stern out front. Outside the circle, Maria Stern with it for Castleton.
Quick to Mercedes Malpe. Oh, taken away.
This is what I'm talking about. Well, this time she lifts it, but winding it up before that was Caitlin Samula. I was wondering why she didn't take that big shot the last time, not before the time before the Keene State goal on the penalty corner. The time before that.
She can let it rip, I tell you.
Letty Gallagher.
Temperature outside starts to get to be about 35, 40 degrees too. The harder that ball's hit, it hurts.
Mercedes Malpe on the restart.
Nice little move.
Mercedes Malpe sends it through the middle. Chipman, and it hit the side of the goal and across the goal line. And the restart for Keene State, leading at 3-2 with 6:48 to go in the second half. Nice play by Wardwell. Maria Stern now out front.
Yep.
Maria Stern again. Back inside. Maria Stern, 10 yards out.
Oh,
Shot, score! And the Spartans have tied it at 3 as what a play by Maria Stern, the 5'5" sophomore from Springfield, Vermont. That was all Maria Stern, tying it at 3. Here it is again with 6:29 to go in the second half. Look, she still has possession of it inside the circle, about 10 yards out, and she beats Caitlin Davino Draper.
Very nice. Quick dodge here at the top to herself, wide open, and a shot. Very nice.
And Davino Draper certainly committed to it. Now it's 3-all with 6:12 to go in the second half.
No, she didn't quite get the lift she wanted, I believe, but it worked out.
Talk about a great individual effort.
That was.
For Maria
Never
Stern.
quit on the ball, stayed with it. Very determined.
Just took another look at it there. Maria Stern's goal to tie it at 3 here at Spartan Stadium.
That's great for Castleton. They start getting production out of Maria Stern as well as all the regulars. That just adds to their powerhouse.
Dolan out at about the 30 now for Keene State. Dolan shadowed by Carissa McCoy.
Regulation time is starting to tick down here.
Letty Gallagher on the interception for Keene State, and returning the favor, Shannon Burns for Castleton. Gallagher got it back, but a foul, and the restart for Burns. 4:50 to go, second half, tied at 3.
Wardwell to herself in wide open spaces.
Wardwell on the right wing. Blake Wardwell. He's got the other 2 goals for the Spartans. For the tying goal here for Stern. Malpe lost it at about the 5. Cleared out by the Owls. And Gallagher all the way into Castleton territory and back to grab it, Carissa McCoy. Wardell backpedaling, number 22.
Gonna stay in.
Hablo had the assist on the first goal, and you talk about the cold night. That hurts no matter
That
what
hurts.
the temperature is. Kea is shaken up.
Give her a minute. I bet she gets up. It does hurt.
Took another look at it again.
Right off the kneecap.
Clock stops with 3:35 to go in the second half. Sadie's Malpe in for Kea.
I'm gonna give her a little break. She's not 100% here at the moment.
Stern on the restart. Maria Stern, who just scored that spectacular goal for the Spartans. So if regulation ends in a tie, we have
Up to two 15-minute overtimes. There'll be a 5-minute break after this first or second half right here. And then we'll go 7-on-7 for 15 minutes and see how it goes. If it's still tied, we'll do one more 15, and then we'll go to the shootout.
And that is
Sudden victory the whole time.
sudden victory, right.
The whole time.
And it's 7-on-7 versus
Yeah. Yes.
what we have now, what, 10-on-10?
Yeah. Well,
So
11 with the keepers.
Yeah,
but
11 with a keeper, yeah.
Right.
So
it really opens up the field. Usually something happens in the 15 minutes.
So two 15-minute periods, then the
Up to, yep, as a max.
shootout.
Yep.
Change ends. Of course, we still have 2:30 left in regulation. Tied at 3.
Actually, I think they'll flip for it, and they'll choose either to have possession of the ball or which end they want to defend, kind of like football.
Sudden victory, they call it nowadays. Back in my day, it was sudden
death. Yeah, it was all over.
Sudden death does seem more final, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's about as final as you can
It's
get.
like glass half full, glass half empty.
Pruser to Chipman, and Chipman can't quite control it about the 10, well within inside the circle. 1:44 to go here in regulation, tied at 3. Addison Martin now, number 18, bringing it back the other way for the Spartans.
Soft weight. We'll keep playing.
For all intents and purposes, I always think that this late in the game, you're already in sudden victory.
You pretty much are. I mean, we're down to just over a minute to play. I mean, at this point, you know, any goal here is probably going to be it. But each time we've said that today, the other team has answered right back. So who knows?
Sadie's Malpe inside, lines it up. Malpe looks, and it's blocked out of there, and it's going to be a penalty corner for the Spartans here. The foul against Keene in the circle. Pruser, the inserter, with 50 seconds to go here in regulation, tied at 3. Looked like that might be the game winner right there just a moment ago before Malpe outside the area. Now Pinkham lines it up, fires, and it goes in wide. Cutting down the angle pretty well anyway was Caitlin Davino Draper, and there was a teammate in behind her.
Yeah, they had it pretty well covered. Yeah.
Restart for Bardell, 17 seconds to go in the second half.
They get it in and get a corner, they'll be able to finish it.
Gallagher's been all over the place here since the very beginning.
She has. She's had a
the
good
shot
day.
again we just saw here on the replay as it's back into Castleton territory, played there by Shannon Burns. Now it is Keelan Billert, and that's the end of regulation. We're tied at 3. We will go to a first of 15-minute sudden victory overtime. They'll be playing 7-on-7. And we will have a break between Regulation, the start of the sudden victory, and we'll be right back after this timeout.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton. Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Why do students choose Castleton State College? It's big enough so there's lots to do, but it's small enough so that they can get involved in their classes and in clubs, in student government, theater, music, radio, TV, internships, and college and community projects that really matter. Castleton President Dave Walk calls Castleton a small college with a big heart. From their first day on campus, students feel a part of the community. Castleton offers more than 30 majors, career preparation, and the liberal arts and sciences. In every field, students receive personal attention from excellent faculty. There's a sense of community and lots of opportunity. For more than 200 years, Castleton has been educating students while changing to meet their needs. Technology, sustainability, internships, and community engagement are all part of a Castleton.
Healey back with Darlene Janoski. It's 3-3 at the end of regulation. Blake Wardwell has scored twice for the Sport. She's got 11 goals on the year. Maria Stern's goal to tie it at 3 at the 63-29 mark, her second of the year. Alex Billard has scored twice for Keene State. And Lindsay Rebenius has also scored. Rebenius scored from Letty Gallagher. Now the Alex Billard goal that put Keene up 3-2 off the penalty corner. The assist going to Mary DiMatteo and Letty Gallagher, and isn't that number 15 right there? I don't understand why she doesn't get an assist on that.
15's up high, if we could see that one last time.
Isn't she the one that stopped it?
No.
Oh, I beg
25. 25's on the ground.
Oh, 25 did. I beg your pardon.
Yep. 15, you're going to see 15 as the ball goes by. She's way up high.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking, all right, 25 did get the...
Yep.
I thought when I saw that the first couple of... There's 15 there. She's right in front. Somehow I thought... I did see that, and I thought we mentioned the Twins... Well, even number 25 is not. DiMatteo is number 22. Donnarumma is number 25.
Yep.
And Letty Gallagher's number 7, but Gallagher and DiMatteo got assists.
Interesting.
It looked like the stopper, even if
the stopper was definitely 25.
I thought originally it was 15, but neither one.
7 injected it.
Okay,
that's
right
Letty.
there, the stopper.
And 25. So they'll go 7 from Letty Gallagher to 7 to 25 on the assists. It's actually they were looking at the wrong girl. They had 22. It was actually 25 on the assist. So
it was 25, and I thought so. They thought it was 22.
Yep.
I thought it was 15.
Well, the joy of instant replay. We get to look at it 10, 12 times and figure it out.
But actually, Alex Billard anyway gets 2 goals, and she does get that goal. Pair of goals for her and Lindsay Rebenius with a goal. Letty Gallagher's got a couple of assists. Maria Stern's got a goal, and Blake Wardwell a couple of goals for the Spartans. Tied at 3. We'll have two 15-minute sudden victory overtime periods. It is sudden victory, so we could go 30 minutes.
30 seconds.
We could go 30 seconds indeed.
Or we could go to the shootout.
Castleton going right to left, and Keene State left to right here in the first sudden victory overtime period at 7-on-7.
These two are as even as they came in.
And when I say 7-on-7, that includes the goalkeeper.
That includes
so
the
it's
keepers,
6-on-6 in the field.
Right. And they are absolutely as even as they came in at this point. The records and the play and the common opponents and the whole 9 yards.
And Keene State with the
quickly to the offensive end, and it can change so fast here in 7-on-7. The field is so open. Pinkham up to Wardwell, and now they'll get their break.
Here's Wardwell on the right wing. Wardwell now.
I think she's got
20 yards out, trying to feed it toward the middle. Try to go to Prusser, who was about 7 yards out from Wardwell, but the restart for Castleton along the far side for Mercedes Maltby. Tied at 3. We're into the first sudden victory overtime period here. College field hockey, Maltby. The next goal, the golden goal, wins.
pretty much.
They do call it golden goal in field hockey too, right? Or do they?
Well,
Just
no, but
okay. Sounds good to me.
It works.
I love that description. The golden goal is a great definition. Golden
it's better
goal in
than
soccer.
sudden death, right?
Let's just say it's the game-winning goal.
It is.
And it is the penalty corner here in the first overtime period. Penalty corner for Castleton. Rachel Prusser, the inserter. Pinkham has to hit it out to Maltby. Maltby back to Pinkham. About 7 yards out. Shot blocked and cleared out. Nice save by Caitlin Davino-Draper
Maria
for
Stern
Keene
saved
State.
it back in.
Mercedes Maltby. Actually, the restart for the Spartans.
Maria
Stern
Stern
fires in wide.
Just wide.
Maria Stern brought it inside the circle and lined it up. Got a good shot away, but it went in just wide. Spartans still have it in Keene State territory. Maltby with it. Maltby on the restart, about 15 yards out. Maltby inside the circle, across, and can't get a stick on it in front, about 5 yards out. This is Stern before that rifle shot that went in wide. I don't believe the goalkeeper got a piece of it. It was wide all the way, just wide of the post on the near side. 12:30 to go in the first overtime, tied at 3 in Keene State. Letty Gallagher with it.
Back to Maria Stern, who's having herself quite a day.
Stern chips it past Prusser at the center circle, and it is Alex Billert, but now it's going to be Pinkham on the restart for Castleton. Non-league game. Castleton has a couple of NAC games coming up on the weekend. Maine Farmington on Saturday, and on Sunday it'll be Thomas College.
Looking for Wardwell. Too many Keene people in between that pass.
Maltby. Turnover to Alex Billert.
Thought about putting it up and then saw all kinds of room in front of her and just took off with it.
Healey Dolan's going to check in for Alex Billert for Keene State. Dolan comes in, catching up, and there's an opening on the left side.
There was a girl standing right there. That was one of the twins, I believe.
That was Kaylin Billert. Alex had just come out of the game. Kaylin set up at the 5 right in front, and Kaylin Billert will be the inserter. Coming up on the penalty corner for Keene State. An opportunity here in the first overtime period. And it comes out. Billert down low, across, and the shot goes in wide with an opportunity there. Was Rebenius with Already a goal to her credit in this game, and that went in just wide, and Castleton lives.
She had a wide open cage for her. Galatioto was covering the initial shot, caught her way out of position.
Tied at 3, 10-27 in the first sudden victory overtime period. Stephanie Bardell. Kaylin Billard is number 15 and going to be the
Keene State
restart.
Ball.
Kaylin Billard throws it through the area. Knocked down now for Benius. And again, this looks like a penalty corner.
And in OT, when we're 7-on-7, there's only 3 defenders back with the keeper, not 4 anymore.
And 3 defenders back at the center line. It'll be Kaylin Billard, the inserter. So there's more space out there for sure. Kaylin Billard getting the return pass, trying to shovel it back. Kaylin Billard again. Down low at about the 5 was Donnarumma. Back out.
Another corner.
And it's going to be another corner. Penalty corner for Keene State. They've had now at least 3, maybe 4 in the overtime period. And the inserter will be Letty Gallagher.
See if they go to that same play. 25's at the top, waiting for the stick save. Stick stop. So there's the stop.
Yep, that's what she did before. The shot goes in wide.
Just wide this time. It worked again.
That was who had the assist we were discussing about. She was. It is number 25 on the stopper. The stopper, and that time Samula, who has that rifle shot, quickly pulls
just
the trigger.
wide.
That went wide, and a lot of speed behind it. And Castleton gets it up toward the center part of the field with 8:40 to go here in the first overtime. Tied at 3. Interception nicely there by Rebenius. Again with 7-on-7, actually 6-on-6 out in the field. 7-on-7 including the goalkeepers. A lot of space out there.
There is, and as fast as these girls are, as quickly as things can change.
Letty Gallagher, tough angle. Right across. Knocked out of the circle, and Castleton controls.
No, that's not Pinkham, it's Prusser.
Prusser
with
speed. Wardwell on the right wing.
One defender and a keeper.
Now to Wardwell. No, doesn't get to her. Nice play defensively.
There's Pinkham, bringing it right back. 3 on
the right
now.
wing. Pinkham, Wardwell right in front, lining it up. Prusser blocked. Prusser again. Blocked. Prusser again.
Off the side of the cage, out of bounds.
Notice Prusser trying to stick around. No backhanders, of course. You got to hit it on the flat side. Watch this again. This is Prusser. That was Davino Draper. Prusser again trying to get a stick on it. Now she turns the stick around, and that goes in wide. Here come the Owls the other way. Exciting here in the first overtime. And a nice play on the turnover there for the Spartans.
Stephanie Bardell, maybe?
It is Stephanie Bardell.
Ran out of room.
Healey Dolan. Sent it past
Lemoyne. They're gonna have to get it.
Lemoyne is number 4.
Yep.
Tied at 3 with 6:50 to go in the first overtime period here at Spartan Stadium, college field hockey. And the
Maria looking for Blake. Wardwell intercepted.
Donnarumma, twice as he actually picked up an assist on being the stopper off the penalty corner. He was a stopper at another time as well. Healey Dolan across. And there's a penalty corner for Keene State here again in the overtime period. Lemoyne is the inserter with 6:08 to go in the overtime.
See if they set that up again. Doesn't look it this time. I'm changing it up.
Left wing Dolan. Here's the rifle shot. Blocked and kicked out of there. The rifle shot again. Samula. And Samula again with it outside the circle as
Pinkham takes it away, and she's got Pruser and Wardwell with her.
here's Wardwell on the right wing.
One defender, that's it, and a keeper.
Pruser
Pull
in,
it.
and coming
Great
out
save.
is Davino Draper.
What a great save.
Galatioto had a great save before.
She did as well, yeah.
Galatioto. Back the other way, Keelan Billard
Looking for the
down
middle.
the middle. Keelan Billard sent it past Damatio. 5:10 to go in the first overtime.
Castleton's ball.
Malpe comes in.
Pinkham gets some air.
Brewster tried to run it down on the left wing. In now is Rabenius again, number 11 for Keene. Of course, with fewer players, the substitution's a little quicker here. And
Yeah.
Chipman is on the
They're
sideline.
both substituting quite freely, but then again, it's been racing up and down the field too, so the subs are all good.
Pruser on the left wing. Pruser with
Wardwell,
Wardwell
there it
there, and she wins it. The Spartans have defeated Keene State for the first time, 4-3. And they mob Wardwell. I think she's under there somewhere.
She's under there.
She picks up her third goal of the game.
Nice job to pull it. The keeper was coming straight at her.
And the winning goal comes with 4:26. This is Kea to Pruser. Wardwell coming down. This is Wardwell there. Wardwell
Very
tips it
nice.
across. And now if we kept it up, she
There's
got
her hat
swarmed.
trick.
She does get the hat trick. Wardwell wins it with 4:26 to go in overtime. Here it is again. Kea to Pruser. Let's watch it. On the left wing, Pruser inside the circle. Feeds it across to Blake Wardwell. Nice try by the goalkeeper, Caitlin Davino Draper, who a moment ago had a great save, as did the Spartans goalkeeper, Galatioto, on a
The pile
shot
is
at the
on.
other end. There's 1, 2, and
Here
pretty
come
soon
the
there'll be
rest.
about 25 more here. And we're going to go down below. We're going to have the post-game show. Tammy Landon should be in a pretty good mood to talk to Darlene Janoski here in our post-game show. 4-3, Castleton wins it in the first overtime. And we'll be back to wrap it up here and go down below with Darlene Janoski in just a moment.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports,
Theater and music,
radio and TV,
internships and community service. There's a real sense of community,
and lots of opportunity.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Jack Healey back at Spartan Stadium. Darlene Janoski going down below. She'll be talking to Tammy Landon, the Spartan coach, as the Spartans defeat Keene State for the first time. 4-3 in overtime. Blake Wardwell getting her 10th, 11th, and 12th goals of the year. Her 12th goal, the game winner in the first overtime period. Also scoring Maria Stern, her goal to tied it unassisted at the 63-29 mark as the Spartans with the victory here now go to 10-2 overall. Keene State drops to 9-6. Castleton stopping Keene State for the first time, 4-3 in overtime. The goals for Keene State: Alex Billert scoring for Melissa Hablow in the first half at the 21-10 mark. Lindsay Rabenia scoring from Letty Gallagher at the 39-28 mark in the first half as well. Alex Billert scoring from Letty Gallagher, and also getting an assist. We saw the stopper on the penalty corner for Keene as we took a look at the replay several times. Amy Donnarumma, I thought it was her twin sister at first, but her twin sister, Kaylin, was actually in front of the goal. And so that was the scoring for Keene State. Let's go down below as we take another look at few of the goals here. This is the game winner, Kaya to Prusser. Prusser across, will feed it across to Wardwell, and Wardwell, her hat trick, her third goal of the game, wins it for Castleton. Let's go down below. It's Darlene Janoski with victorious coach Tammy Landon.
All right, I got Tammy Landon here, coach of the Castleton Spartans that have just won for the first time ever against Keene State. Wow, huh?
Exciting, thrilling, especially just ending a game. You know, in overtime, it's sudden victory. Whoever's going to finish the goal is going to get it. You saw the play. Back and forth, both teams had opportunities, you know, and these girls, they're playing with heart, they're playing with intensity. They didn't want to give it up. And, you know, we put Keene as a challenge this year. We've come close. We've been competing better and better against them here on our home field. And the girls just got it done today.
And you got Maria Stern adding to the scoring column today. That was a really nice move on her part. And then Blake Wardwell with the hat trick and then the pile at the end.
Yeah, Maria had a tremendous game for us. She really impacted the midfield. The goal that tied the game up for us was extremely crucial. But her tight ball control is just so impressive. She is a standout player and going to just see more and more time and more goals for sure for us. But her play was big. Maria, Blake really just had a tremendous game, no doubt about it. Our goalie came up big. Jess came up with some tremendous saves. All of our defense at times when we needed them. You know, they're just overall great team effort.
And back into the NAC this weekend for 2 games. No letdown in sight, though, right?
Not at all. Not at all. This is so. This was the fun non-conference game highlight of the season right now. A highlight for us, but we've got to absolutely turn right around, refocus, and come up with 2 big conference wins this weekend to hopefully keep a top seed coming into playoffs. So 3 weeks out.
Yep. You want that home field. Congratulations, Coach. Nice job.
Thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Darlene. Thanks to Tammy Landon, the Castleton coach. Tammy picking up the win here as the Spartans defeat Keene State for the first time, 4-3 in overtime. Spartans host Maine Farmington coming up on Saturday at 1, and Thomas on Sunday at 1. The final 2 regular season home games for the Spartans. Here again is the game winner, Blake Wardwell out of Woodstock Union High School in Bridgewater, Vermont. Prusser will grab. No, I thought she was going to go after the ball at first. She was the first or maybe the second. Kaya was right there. Prusser and Kaya, and here comes the rest of the team mobbing Blake Wardwell. Her 3rd goal of the game, 12th of the year, the game winner in overtime. Pandemonium on the field here at Spartan Stadium. That does it for our coverage. Thanks, everybody, for joining us as John Healey on board with Darlene Janoski, Cam Clark, our producer here at Spartan Stadium, and our producers at PEGTV Channel 20, Mike Valentine, and also Chris McCormick, Lily Derbyshire, and Brian Bashaw, our camera people. Have a good evening, everybody. From Spartan Stadium, the final again in college field hockey in overtime. Castleton 4, Keene State 3. Have a good evening, everybody.